Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to talk about the area chart and the stacked area chart. Area charts are similar to the line charts, but with the area below the line filled in with some color. This type of charts emphasize the cumulative total of the data series, making it easy to see overall trends and patterns. Area charts are especially useful for visualizing the data with multiple series and comparing their relative contribution over time. In the stacked area chart, they are displayed by the multiple data series stacked on the top of each other. With each series represented by a colored area, the cumulative total of all series is represented by the full height of the chart, which makes it easy to see how each series contributes to the total over the time. Now, stacked area charts are useful for visualizing the composition of data and how it changes over the time. So let's go to the Power BI screen and see how can we create these two types of chart over there. So to create the stacked area chart or the area chart, the process is quite similar to that which we were following in the line chart. Again, you have to go on the top of any visual and you have to click on it. Here you can find the area chart. Just beside it is the stacked area chart. So you can just expand the visual. Over here, again, it would ask you for some of the values. For example, I have this x-axis over here, y-axis, and we also have the secondary y-axis over here. Then we have the legends and the small multiples. So again, if you are not sure about which particular part you want to keep it in the y-axis and which particular part you want to keep it in the x-axis, then what you can do is you can just drag and drop the data on the top of this visual. Since this area chart is showing us the changes with respect to time, it is very clear that the time field should be in the x-axis. So right now I have two time fields. The first one is the order date and the second one is the shipping date. It consists of some dates on which that particular order was placed and the shipping was done, not specifically time, but the exact dates of that particular order. So what I can do is I can drag and drop this orders over here on the top of this visual, and then I can see what was the sales that I was doing on these dates. So again, I will drag and drop this sales over here. So now it is making some area. As you can see that this is very similar to the line chart that we made. If I just go to the line chart over here, so I have just removed it. I'll just create this line chart again. So I will click on this line chart and I will drag this order date and the sales over here. Now you can see these both are fairly similar. The only difference is that this particular visualization was shown to me in the terms of a line and this visual is shown in the terms of some area. So you have made it in stacked area. I will just put it in over here. Now you can easily compare these two. This is the line chart and this is the area chart. The only difference is that this particular part, which is just below this line, is shaded now with the help of some color. Now, the extra formatting part in this particular visualization can be you can change the color of this particular area. You can just put in some markers. So we will look at some of the customization options. So again, if you go to this format your visual page, if you click on this visual and if you go to this format your visual, you can just scroll down and you can turn on the data labels. And then you can turn on this markers as well. The other things would be you can increase or decrease the size of these data labels if you are not able to see them correctly. So for now, I will just put it in the focus mode to have the clear visibility. So you can see how the sales is changing with respect to the each year. Now, again, if you want to drill down on this data, in the last session, we have already talked about drilling down and moving one level up with the help of these arrows. You can do that easily. So let's say if I want to just drill down and see what were the changes in year 2013, I can just click on this arrow and then I can choose 2013 option. And it would show me what was the sales happening in that particular year. Again, if you want to go up, you can choose this arrow. So this is the way in which you can create some area charts. Now, the stacked area chart is fairly similar to the area chart. The only thing is that let's say if you have multiple lines in that case, how would the changes reflect? So let's say if I just make some changes in this area chart for now, let's say if I am trying to see what is the sales done by multiple categories. So I can drag and drop this categories over here. So now you can see these lines. These lines are overlapping one on the top of other. I mean its color. You can see the color, this particular color and this particular color is also showing in the background of these two parts. Now, this is only shown in the area chart. If we talk about the stacked area chart, these three lines would be stacked on the one of top each other. So I can just go back to the report and I can come over here in the stacked area chart. Now again, I will do the same things to create the stacked area chart. So now let's remove this visual, click on the stacked area chart and the steps would be very, very similar. You have to take a date field. So again, take this order date and put it in x-axis. Take the sales value and put in the y-axis. And in the legends, I can put some categories. So I will drag and drop these categories and I will put in the legends. Now you can see it is very different from the area chart that was shown in the last page. If you look closely on the particular y-axis, you can see these values are in thousands. So if I just expand it, and you can see these values are shown in terms of thousands. So these all are showing me the individual values of each category and what is the sum of sales for each category. But if I go back to the report and I'll choose the stacked area chart, and if you look closely in this particular y-axis, you can see the change that it is the cumulative sum of all the sales that has been done by every category. So the total sum of sales that we have got is this part, and it is showing me that which particular category contributes how much in that particular sum of sales. So this is also a thing to notice, and you can see in the background also the color is not just overlapping with each other. In that case, the color was overlapping with each other because it was just comparing those three categories. But in this part, it is just showing me the cumulative sum of the sales that has been done and the part each category contributes to it. So this was a basic difference between the area chart and the stacked area chart and how they are different from the line charts. Again, all the customizations can be done in this also. You can go to format your visual, and over here, if you scroll down, you can turn on the markers and you can turn on the data labels. And if you want to see the total labels also, you can just turn this on and it would show you the total of each sales that it has done in every year. And if you want to change the color of these parts, you can do that as well. Again, you have to go in the lines part and you can change how these lines represent. And you can also change the color of the area along with it. It would be the same color in general. So I hope this session was clear to you. In the next sessions, we will be talking about some different visuals in the Power BI. Thank you.